Here comes the boat, and there go the terrified observers. Here's a woman who's made one pita too many. It's a good thing she doesn't work at a gun store.
Wow! Tanisha!
Come at me.
Try me!
Why don't you get out of here?
The long-awaited sequel to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. It's just called Bird. Demolition redneck style. Wouldn't a wrecking ball be easier though? They could always sit on it and shout, "Yeehaw!" Tarp 1, woman 0. Always remember to secure your tarp before a windstorm and not during. The most aggressive way to ask for a haircut ever. Or maybe the scooter just wanted its tires trimmed. This guy's being taught how to start a chainsaw. And yeah, it might just be a prank.
Once the chain gets going, pop the brake. You gotta do it in halfway push, ready? No, push it forward.
If you get your packages delivered by these guys, then say goodbye to your pot plants. Amazon 101. If you're delivering a package, always remember to use your emergency brake. And if you don't, then try not to destroy a neighbor's fence as you're fleeing the scene afterwards. You can always spot an expert woodchopper. Some construction workers like to relax by hunting. Spray paint can hunting. One skill you shouldn't need to have as a delivery driver is chicken retrieval. But this guy still went above and beyond the cluck of duty. It's never good to paint yourself into a corner or tile yourself. The phrase accidental discharge is never good. In the firing range or the bedroom.
Wow! Good and lewd.
They say that the first step of a journey is the most important. But for this guy, the last one was the most annoying. A tsunami of bottled water can almost be as bad as the unbottled variety. Could this be the world's most disgusting fan? Yeah. When they're not saving lives, the doctors in this surgery try to give each other heart attacks. This car doesn't appear to be very well looked after, which is a good thing considering what these tow truck guys do to it. Do you ever feel like your career is just going round in circles? This particular mover isn't quite as motivated as the name of the company implies. Don't creep up behind your colleagues, especially if you're drinking coffee. Bad reversing or bad brakes. Either way, the rest of their working day is going to be slightly cold. A family ordered some food. The food didn't arrive, and the delivery guy didn't know where it had gone. I suppose it'll have to remain a mystery. Meet Harry, the human drill bit. If you're a particularly heavy person, you sometimes need to make alternative travel arrangements.
Holy buckets.
This Amazon delivery driver helped himself to a $20 tip left for the pizza delivery guy, and then denied it later despite being caught on camera. The urge to drop off a bus full of screaming kids can override any kind of common sense. A Another delivery, another van left in drive. Is anyone noticing a theme here? Here's your incredibly fragile Ming vase. Don't forget to leave a review for a delivery company. There's a first time for everything, even walking on stilts. Yeah, it's a safe bet there was no health and safety inspection before these guys started work.
Der ist nirgendwo anders gesichert. Und da hängt der Scherge dran. An dem.
What kind of enemy could possibly require an army of children armed with twigs? You're about to find out. Whatever the official way to stop this thing is, we're not going to say it's not by using a big stick. What do you call when a tow truck gets stuck? A tow truck? The guys felling this tree wanted it to fall in a very specific place. And the tree? It just didn't care. Being a plumber is a rewarding job if your idea of a reward is being sprayed in raw sewage. Here's a toilet prank on an industrial scale. Construction workers are used to dealing with hazardous materials, but not being locked in a porta potty with them. What do firefighters do when there are no fires? They set the dance floor on fire instead. Here's another out-of-control piece of machinery. And no, the man with the lasso is not a trained cowboy. That guy should be booked for dangerous driving. Oh, wait.
So does the cop get a ticket now?
So, a bus is heavier than a small truck. Who knew? Home by clicking subscribe. Even on a very icy morning, this guy was still determined to get to work. His van, however, had other ideas. Food, but also someone's entire relationship history.
I don't want you. I'm watching my wife fall down like she's a drug user. I want you out of my life if you don't want to do what you're told. You're acting like an imbecile.
Spam is everywhere these days. On your computer, on your phone, in your elevator.
Extend your warrant after a cutoff. And this is a courtesy call to renew your warrant before we close the file. If you are interested in renewing your
Footprints, then you'll be delighted to find out that you can do the same with garbage trucks. You've seen The Exorcist? Well, this is what happens when a truck becomes possessed. How do you protect your catalytic converter from thieves? Well, you could do this, or you could do something slightly less insane. When you clean so hard your mop bucket just gives up. To quote Doc Brown from Back to the Future, "We don't need wheels where we're going." This guy decided to bring some laughter into these construction workers' day by sending them a funny message. This was their reaction. When you've left something in the truck but really can't be bothered to use the ladder that you've only set up for yourself to use. Should we move the cones for this wide load vehicle? Nah, it'll sort itself out. How to get your big break in the construction business. Amazon, delivering your package the very next day and pissing in your garden. This is why you should never make a pipeline too excited. If you have any kind of genitals, then you might want to look away. That hurts. The care some delivery drivers take over their work is nothing short of inspiring. Break ahoy! Some jobs are as easy as falling off a log. or a plank. This may, just may, be the first time this guy has reversed with a boat trailer on his car. FedEx, treating your valuable items like crap so you don't have to. Nobody wants this to happen to a newly finished piece of art, but at least he managed to create some comedy gold. Aren't trailers supposed to carry things, rather than being carried by humans? Within a minute, this truck managed to destroy his tire, a fire hydrant, and any chance of future employment as a truck driver. We're going to assume this was her first day.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you got it. Okay, let's try it.
And so will you when you see the solution to this problem.
She's like, I know you fucking lying. That's all I had to do.
You know you're bored of being a mechanic when you fall asleep under an engine. This seems to be a genuine archery accident. But then he is filming it! We all hate getting stuck at the office, but for a mechanic, it can be even worse. When mayflies hatch on the Mississippi River, it's best to stay indoors, which is difficult when you're a parking attendant.
The whole motherfucking power line, bro. Man.
When this guy's truck got stuck in the mud, he tried to remove it using a bulldozer. And guess what happened to the bulldozer? Sometimes U-Haul drivers have to drop off a very different kind of package. If a chicken saw this clip, they'd wonder why they bothered to put in all that hard work. There's nothing like a nice, smooth layer of cement.
What'd you ask me?
Sweeping the counters, because every customer loves a nice helping of floor germs with their food. If you order a delivery through Uber Eats, then you'll not only get your food...
Showing up every delivery like a rude person.
Maybe I shouldn't trust this woman with scissors.